You could call it repaying an old debt. 40 years ago, Ukrainian miners were among those from pits across the world that supported miners here during the year-long strike, even donating their own wages. Now, a group of Welsh miners have travelled to Ukraine to help them in their struggle. As part of our series marking the 40th anniversary of the strike, Jordan Davis looks at a remarkable relationship.
Travelling to Ukraine to return an old favour, to deliver aid to Ukrainian miners fighting on the front line.
How are you? Okay?
Okay, my name is Petr.
Arwin,
Nice to meet you.
ex-miner.
Aid from Welsh miners who received Ukrainian support when they needed it 40 years ago during the miners' strike. Ukrainian miners came to Wales to help and even donated their pay.
We are mining brothers. I remember the donation box we had. Everyone donated as much as they could and sent it to those miners. When we met, they thanked us for the parcels and money we sent to them. And now we are in need, seeking help. And they responded. They did not forget about us, just like we didn't back in 1984.
The medicine and supplies from the Welsh delegation, which includes a Ukrainian-speaking Welsh government minister, will go to the hundreds, if not thousands of miners fighting in the war. Miners from all over the world arrived in Britain to support the strike. Some were hosted by the former Swansea East MP, Sian James.
They were from behind the Iron Curtain, so we took them over to the Golden Safe. They were entranced by it. They were absolutely entranced by it. They couldn't, when we were sort of saying, well, it's a shop, it's a corner shop, it's a local supermarket. And they just couldn't get over how much goods were on the shelves, or the variety of things.
And their visits had a profound effect on their own lives, living behind the then Iron Curtain. Some were inspired to lead their own action, like Mikhailo, who led a strike of more than 1 million miners in the USSR in 1989. A strike now recognised as playing a part in the collapse of the Soviet Union.
I had the opportunity to visit the UK and met with miners who were striking in 1984 and 1985. After this trip, I decided to establish real independent trade unions in the Soviet Union. A few years later, I led them into strike, and their brave fight influenced my outlook on life. After seeing how the UK miners behaved, I tried to copy their fight when I came back here. We're grateful that you're standing with us. We're grateful because you're miners, brave people who are not afraid to come to a country where you could lose your lives.
This is a bond 4 decades old that bridges a strike and now a war, one forged in shared experiences underground.